we're gonna have to go back a couple hours first.
Oh,
we gotta talk about Uryte.
that's concerning.
You sound like you're about to deliver the news of like a pet that just passed away.
Yeah, that
So,
sounds like
I'm real sorry, Uryte, but Whiskers ran into the road.
Oh, damn.
No.
No,
we
Uryte,
gave Varry away to the butterfly farm.
Oh, okay, well, that's fine.
You
Oh,
are
nice.
asleep. You are vaguely aware of what's going on around you. Sarah, you vaguely hear your friends, but it's all very distant, and your eyes are just very heavy. But at one point, you kind of feel like be lifted a little bit. And Uryte, as you open your eyes, you look down and you see your own body.
Oh, that is an out-of-body experience.
It seems your consciousness has kind of slipped from your body at the moment and has slipped into the ethereal plane.
Well, runs over to his own side, looks to make sure he's still breathing.
Your body is still breathing.
Oh, thank God.
Can you roll intelligence, history, or arcana, or something? You've heard of this happening before with kind of like control person or like what dominate person, that's the spell, and potions along those lines of a domination magic was kind of forced out for while the spell is enacted.
Oh.
Yeah, you've been evicted.
And this is why I don't like manipulative magics like that. Yeah, wait. Do any of the other people have, like, are they around their bodies or?
You don't see anything.
Huh. Weird. You know, hang on, I'm curious.
You gonna go bother Sarah?
I bet you can't even hear me, but hi, Sarah!
She does not respond.
I'm curious, but also worried that this might have lasting horrible effects. But I'm not the smartest tool in the shed. He tries to poke Sarah.
Your hand goes straight through her.
Okay, oh, I'm not gonna possess her or any of that crap. That'd be horrible. Body's over there. I wonder if I go through that, if I would just be like a spectral. What happens if I... actually, what do I have on me right now, item-wise?
You seem to just kind of be... Whatever you had on your person, you have a spectral form of.
Okay. I'm gonna pull a candle.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm just gonna try to see what happens if I toss it through the portal.
It bounces off. Comes back and lands at your feet.
Oh. And so, pick it up, put it away. What about me, then? Slowly reaches a finger towards it.
At what velocity does your finger approach the opening?
Very slowly, like
okay, yeah, that it just slowly presses into it like you would press into an object.
Oh, man, I almost tried to walk into you. That would have given me a horrible headache. It's not a bit. No, that would be a dumb idea. Don't do it, Uryte. Obviously, it wouldn't work. Are there any bees? Wasps around?
Make a perception check.
That's not bad.
You hear nothing. You see nothing. You kind of paranoidly swoop your head, like trying to see anything buzzing around. No, nothing.
Paranoidly look up, tasting the air. Okay, alright. I have no idea how far away from my body I should go. But nothing ventured, nothing gained.
Can you make what's your passive perception?
13.
You get the idea that the connection to your body is strong enough for you to go a fair distance. Unless your body gets hurt or something, or your spectralness gets diminished.
Okay. Alright, don't be stupid, but Fuck it, let's go look around. Let's go explore the town.
You're
see what
going.
we're going exploring. Damn, I thought I would have seen somebody else wandering around here. Celsus would have a field day with this. Hey you! Can you see me? Fucker! Hey, what about you, son of a bitch? Oh. Somebody will probably hear me eventually. Otherwise, I'm gonna go do stupid ideas. Let's see here. The apiaries can come later. That's a horrible idea. First, I should go pester Asus and them. Maybe one of the old fucks can see me.
So you're going to Asus's house? How are you going to open the door?
Oh god, if I touch it, I can't even pass through. Hang on.
The medical tent was easy, because that had an open flap.
I'm gonna see if, this spell possibly, might cause Asus to open the door, maybe. I'm gonna try to fucking create... I'm essentially gonna see what happens if I try using prestidigitation to cause an auditorial effect. Yeah.
Okay,
Let's
the
see.
spell, the cantrip does happen, and it echoes a little bit as you're in the ethereal plane. Doesn't seem to, you wait for like a minute, you don't hear anything. Doesn't seem like anything was heard on the material plane.
What if I... are there any windows?
Yeah.
How high up are they, or are any of them open?
You don't see any open windows on the first floor.
Oh no.
There's one open window on the second floor.
Oh no! Damn, where's all the rope when you need it? What happens if he just tries to knock on the door himself?
Again, the knock is heard. You can hear it as you knock on the ethereal plane door. But it does not seem that the sound traverses the planes.
Man, I really wish I would have paid attention to those stories more. Or maybe I just forgot. Fuck, I don't remember. Well, I could try climbing. Horrible idea with these little scrawny meat hooks. Definitely fall on my ass. He'll start heading back from whence he came.
Alright.
I'm gonna lock up just out of mild paranoia.
Can you roll me perception?
Boy, can I!
No bees, no wasps, no buzzing. There's a slight breeze.
How I would love that. I think it was this way to the apiaries. Stupid idea, but hey! I'm not the brightest tool in the shed right now.
You're heading towards the apiaries?
I'm heading towards the apiaries. Horrible idea, I know, but I mean...
I'm gonna put you at the edge of the apiaries. Kind of off to one side, there's a tent that does have a kind of a chimney, and there is smoke coming out of it. It seems like it is mealtime for them. Can you make me a perception check?
Yeah. Oh boy. Not bad.
Hey, Uryte.
Yeah.
How tall are you?
That is a good question.
You're like 3 feet tall, yeah?
2 foot 5 inches.
2'5". Well, as you look over, this is really, really fucking hard to miss. You see just this kind of, you hear this low, droning hum. And you just look around, and then you look forward and up. And you see this. It seems to be kind of building this oddly shaped structure kind of dome-shaped, kind of just a hill. It seems to be the only thing around at the moment.
And it hasn't seen me yet. Or at least it doesn't view me as a fucking threat.
No, it hasn't. It doesn't seem to have seen you.
It would be cool if I fought it, but man, I wish I could have found other people trapped in this plane or whatever.
Would you just roll me stealth real quick?
Yeah.
Oh.
Oh, baby.
Oh. Oh, as you skitter, you step on something, maybe like a weird ethereal twig, or like a bunch of very, very dry leaves, but it stops. The antenna kind of move, and
Hung reflexively kind of does the lizard in the air, like just. Oh no.
and then it slowly turns to look in your direction. And it does look at you. It's hard to mistake this thing, its gaze, to not be looking at you. It is looking at you. It is looking at you directly. And it slowly starts to move. Very slowly. Taking you in. Kind of assessing you.
Just in his head, he's just like, God, this would be a great time for Hierophant to be here and moonbeam the shit out of me again. He's trying to keep on a sort of not fearful face, like a very neutral face when this thing's looking at him and he's looking at back. Like, maybe if I, push out my chest a little, it won't fuck with me type deal. Show no fear.
Mm-hmm. Do you stay still? It just slowly kind of weaves in between the apiaries, watching you. And it kind of stops here.
The old Texas standoff.
Mm-hmm.
Uh,
Its wings just keep beating, creating this low, droning hum. Watching you.
He's just staring back, trying to stay as motionless as possible at this point. It might cause issues for everyone. But at the same time, the gremlin in me wants to make a snarky remark at it.
It's up to you.
I'm gonna just okay, yep, I'm gonna hold it in. Just gonna keep standing there staring at it.
And kind of tilts its head a couple times, back and forth. Still taking you in. And then it's going to move closer.
Dang, it's not like one of those. Oh, why couldn't you be like one of those fuckers from back home?
It's going to keep moving forward.
Oh god, what do I do? Wouldn't do that if I were you. I mean, I am kind of royalty.
Wisdom save 14. Beats it, beats it.
Oh no!
It's going to get about here. And at this point you can see its stinger that's about as long as your body.
Yeah, tracks.
And it's going to try to sting you. Okay, that's an 18. You feel yourself get significantly more tired when you cast the spell.
Oh, I am
It's like you
pure
just did a
now.
sprint. This is going to do. You take 7 piercing damage, and you lose 1 3rd level spell slot.
Okay. Damn. I flip at the
It
bird.
kind of clacks its jaw.
And shadows will come up and just wrap around him, and then he's invisible. And then I will. Yeah, I'm gonna start booking it.
It's going to try to attack of opportunity you at disadvantage, obviously.
Huh?
That's a 22 and a 9. It fucking misses. It forgot you are short. It aims for regular person height for chest.
It goes right
Fucking
between your
misses.
horns.
Yep.
Or it's just like, at this point, going full feral kobold mode and just on all fours booking it.
What direction are you headed?
This way to start. Okay. Oh, son of a bitch. Hey, can you hear me?
No response.
Son of a bitch! Listen! Oh god! I'm going for... Oh, fuck you! You sons of bitches! None of y'all can hear me! I think this was the way to the tent. Medical tent! Maybe I can talk to her. Quickly going to me. Buy me. Hurry, is gonna scamper on top of this. Body probably like partial going through Vega. Wake the fuck up, bitch! Just reaches down and tries to smack a face that he knows he's probably gonna go right through.
You do in fact go right through.
Why?
Do you roll me perception?
Yeah, pretty good.
You notice something kind of... There's a small bit of movement out of the corner of your eye towards the entrance of the tent. This way. It goes like this.
Oh, bitch. Quickly hop down, scamper. Do a little peek.
You would notice that there is one small wasp, probably 12, 15 feet up in the air. It just seems to be watching you.
Bitch!
You see it like kind of move its mandibles, kind of clicking them together ever so quietly.
No. You son of a bitch! Do you not know who the fuck I am? I'm a goddamn king! You should be bowing! Not trying to kill me.
It's going to try to sting you. Yeah, you slice the wasp in half.
Yeah, fuck you, bitch. Wait, what the fuck? Why the hell did it...
Small little runes on the blade light up as it vanishes.
Huh. That's so cool. The hell does that mean? Fuck, I wish I knew Alethan or whatever. Huh. Note to self, I killed a bee with this thing.
Doesn't seem to be any other wasps in the area.
Well, I'm very curious what that does, but not paying attention is going to walk at normal walking pace into the portal and fall flat
okay.
on his ass.
You take... Hold on, roll 20 is taking forever to roll. Oh, you take 1 force damage as you're bounced off.
Oh, son of a bright portal thing there, bitch! Sarah, come on. Wait, hang on. Or if you're gonna try to climb on top of the table.
You can climb on top of the table.
Oh yeah, I wasn't sure if it was too high.
Oh, no, it's not too high.
Pull it out a different dagger because he doesn't want to fuck up the weird fancy one. He's just gonna try to carve into the table, see if he can.
You roll me just a d20.
Yeah. 8.
It is carved into the ethereal table. Sarah does not seem to notice it.
You know what? I have magic. I just hate feeling so exhausted. Giant Queen Wasp. Aviary dangerous. Saps magic. Dangerous! I'm in the ethereal plane spiritually. Could use help. This makes me so exhausted. I'm on table.
She does seem to receive it. What apiary happening? Can I, Uryte, help? And it seems she said more, but it's not all coming through.
Just go through the portal, you Sarah! Just go through. Wait, no, this is even better if I'm on the thing still on the table, trying to like be at her head level. Just go through the portal, Sarah! I should have said that, but I'm so exhausted. Go through the portal.
She's kind of looking around really confused.
I'm in the spirit realm, and Varry had Varry's gonna be talking to that guy. Howlite's probably busy, but Celsus, yeah, no, he's probably, I don't wanna, but...
Uryte, they would leave a little icon on your body. One of
Yeah,
Varry's little things.
he's not gonna pay attention. I'm gonna follow her all the way back to where she's going for the night.
I'm going to the quote-unquote inn.
Yeah, I'm staying right behind her so that anytime doors open, I'm right behind her. Can't get stopped by those doors.
This is why when you're like going through doorways, you make sure you close the door behind you as quickly as possible. You never know when there's little,
so you don't have little
ghost
Uryates
Kremlin man
following
You don't have
following
ghosts.
following you.
When she lays down for the night, he's gonna try to, I don't know, see what happens if he tries to put his hands in her head and all that stuff, tries to, I don't know, influence her dreams. See if he can't do anything like that as a weird spooky ghost thing.
Can you roll me your spell stat?
Charisma, go! Why? Why world?
Can I do something stupid before I would go to bed? Because Fiora seems like the person who would do this.
Yeah.
I'm gonna cast Unseen Servant. Just gonna say that. I don't know if that helps anything. I just think it's
Uryte
funny.
would see the servant.
Does the servant see Uryte? I don't know how this works.
I do want to, just
Mindless,
because...
shapeless force that performs simple tasks.
no.
Okay, so it cannot tell me anything.
Fiora, can you just roll me a charisma saving throw?
A charisma saving throw. Yay!
Dude.
It wasn't happening. I'm sorry.
The
I
dice
have
this is
desperately.
servant,
Fiora's
but
having the
everything
best
went
dreams of her life. She's not being bothered by Varry. She's not getting dragged into another plane by Uryte.
The
I
dice
had my unseen
desperately,
servant put away all my stuff and take care of the chores for me.
desperately do not want Mikey to be in today's
His
episode.
unseen servant. Is that concentration?
No.
Duration 1 hour.
Okay. Seeing as like she's not affected by it, he's gonna try to, because he could he interact with the unseen servant?
Are you gonna kill
It
me?
Are
is
you going to attack
mindless
my
and
unseen
shapeless.
servant?
Yeah, mindless and shapeless, but it could pick up things and whatnot.
Yeah.
Are you able to dispel
It
it?
has HP and AC, so it obviously has a shape. You just can't see it unless you're on the ethereal plane.
So I'm gonna
It's a man.
I'm gonna try to.
Stab it.
No. I was gonna say, does your girl leave any like writing utensils or anything out? Any
I don't even know if she has any on her.
bitch?
No, I don't, but I do pull out a deck of cards and leave that on the table.
Oh no! Deck of cards. I don't know how I can leave a message with that. Wait, she takes her equipment off. I have it. I'm going to try to manhandle the unseen servant. Attempt.
It's got a strength of 2. That's probably going to succeed.
Yeah.
Okay. And I'm going to try to have it take one of. I assume she has daggers or some kind of weapon. Yes?
Yeah, she definitely took a rapier off her hip.
Good. He's going to have the unseen servant. He's going to try to force it to grab the rapier and try to have it, using it, carve a message into the ground.
Into the wood of the inn.
Yes.
With the 2 strength of the unseen servant.
Yep. It's going to take a little bit, but at least maybe you can get...
Why is my rapier floating weirdly? What are you doing, unseen servants?
How immediately after Fiora goes to bed do you start this?
After the trying to put hands in her didn't work. So within the 5 minutes or so, probably.
I don't think Fiora falls asleep in 5 minutes.
Probably
And
not.
the unseen servant only lasts an hour?
Yeah, it only lasts an hour. So, in as few letters as possible, What do you write?
I'm gonna try to write.
And Fiora, can you roll me perception?
As I'm sleeping.
Trying to sleep.
I'm gonna try to write as much of that as I can.
M-tent. Perfect.
So she, if I just put tent, she would go. If I could get more, I would try medical tent, but M tent feels quicker. And somebody that's mildly smart should understand M tent. Oh, that must mean the portal in the medical tent. That's the hope.
No, my first thought was you just misspelled in.
We'll see what happens.
Okay.
Actually get in.
Fiora, you do notice your rapier seems to be carving letters into the wood of the floor.
What's that scratching? What the fuck? What the fuck?
Don't interrupt me! I'm trying to fucking get a
Dude, I
message.
would laugh so hard if she just fucking unsummons it.
It would be so funny. Tent.
Like, fuck off, I need to sleep.
God, come to the medical tent. Yeah, please understand what I'm trying to say here.
Do you let this go on? Or do you dismiss it, Fiora?
I'm gonna pull a dagger out from somewhere and chuck it at where Uryte is. Where I think someone is moving my unseen servant. And I'm probably gonna hit my unseen servant.
You would hit the unseen servant. What's the unseen servant's AC?
Dead.
I don't
dies.
think you can lose. Yeah, he poofs. I would say probably about halfway through, which you would get Porta. I was going to give you 10 letters. It would take 6 minutes to carve each letter.
No. You son of a bitch! Oh!
Wait, that was my unseen servant. What the fuck? What the
I was
fuck?
trying to get you. Oh! If I could just possess you, that would make life easier! Wait, why haven't I even tried that?
You're gonna try to possess Fiora?
Yeah, he's a ghost.
Yeah, I'm just gonna try and lunge at her and see if I can't possess her.
Can you roll me a dexterity
Dude,
saving throw,
this guy has
Uryte?
crazy ideas.
Uryte.
Yep.
Every
Because he
time!
goes flying
Oh my
straight
lord.
through Fiora and bonks straight into the wall. You take 9
Yeah.
force damage.
Out. Oh, fucking son of a... No! I can't do that! Ah!
Picking up my rapier.
You...
Getting my dagger.
Right,
No, if a wasp had stung my servant, it would have just poofed. Why was it? What?
Rubbing his face. How can I put the pieces together? Come to the tent, go through the portal, ethereal plane bullshit. You should get this. You're a magic person.
Porta. The town in Portugal now.
I could see it.
No, obviously it's Portal. It's obviously Portal.
Hops off the bed next to her like, okay, yeah, you got part of it.
But there's like 100 or so portals somewhere around this town. Where the fuck am I supposed to go?
Well, I don't know, maybe give me another unseen servant. I can ride it. Oh my god. You've seen one today. Why would... Come on. I think. Yeah. There was one. Yeah, you were there for that. I think. Ah, god. If I didn't think the haze was bad enough already, this shit makes it worse. I will stab you, con artist. Come on.
Which portal? Which?
Honestly, any
Could
portal
look for
in
one
fact.
around here.
Honestly, that would probably work too.
All this time she's like grabbing the stuff she put down and like stashing them back on her.
This entire
So you're
time
seeing
just
her hiding
pacing.
her dagger in her boot. You're seeing the deck of cards go back in her tits somehow. Oh,
Oh, that tracks. Honestly, I've seen
That's
people do that.
not even like the most ridiculous thing I've seen people store in their tits.
Same. Like, come on. People have stored daggers in there before. Shit's crazy. Second.
Alright, picking up the Klee lyre. Hey, that's an interesting lyre. Because I don't think you've seen her using this. Because you were kind of stung by the time I revealed myself.
Yeah. I don't
Now
know.
let's see. If I were a gambling woman, and I am,
You're probably bad at it.
medical tent.
Oh, thank Bahamut!
Seems like half this fucking bullshit's happening there.
Right? Right? And I wonder why. Probably because Vega's in there, the
Opens
fucking
door.
following as close as he can. It's like,
Ranting all the way.
it's like almost like, I don't know, the leader of the village is there and like a lot of the important people are there. Like, I wouldn't be surprised if most of the council of this place is there. Stuff down here. He just says, like, seriously.
Well.
Just come through.
Oh, it's you. Do I see him? Actually?
Yes, you do.
Oh, it's you.
Oh, thank Bahamut!
Wait, it's you. Wait. Looks over at unconscious body that I can see in the ethereal plane.
Uh-huh.
How the fuck?
It's a very out-of-body experience. And congratulations! You've been promoted to answering people's questions! Such as, I'm pretty sure that there is a giant-ass queen wasp at the apiary, and it needs to die, and I'm too weak to do that alone. Also, every time I use magic, this thing makes me weaker. Heal me, please.
What?
You have a musical instrument like me. I'm assuming you've got the magical inclination.
No, I can do that. I'm gonna cast. Did I actually bother? No, I didn't. Okay, healing word.
It's better than nothing.
At level 2.
That's
Because
better
I'm
than nothing.
almost out of level 1s. Which is
Dangerous.
2d4 plus charisma, or is it just 2d4?
Correct. 2d4 plus charisma.
Cool. I think it's 5. Is my charisma 5? No, this character's not maxed out. It's just a 4.
Yeah, because you and I both have same saving throws.
Take 10 health.
Oh, thank God.
The exhaustion does not leave, but the pain does leave a little bit.
Oh, my head feels a little less painful, but goddamn, I'm still exhausted as hell. Right. So, okay, giant wasp bastard. When it stings you, it saps away a little bit of your magical essence if you have any.
Cool. I mean, I kind of figured there was going to be some sort of giant wasp thing, considering the swarm of wasps that are magical.
Yeah.
And I have actually encountered a phase spider, so I figured something would get bigger.
Yeah. And I feel like we probably need to take care of it ASAP. I figure, the others are probably busy talking. I tried to possess you. Didn't work, by the way.
Can I tomorrow? I've used a lot already.
It's building a nest, I think. So like tomorrow might be too late. There might be more of them by then. There's also the possibility that it'll have its lair or whatever made. But I mean, yeah.
Most of my magic is more diversionary than offensive.
Hey, could you also do me a favor? Oh wait, no, she's not here anymore. Fuck! I was gonna say drag Sarah in here.
Yeah, I don't deal. I can't kill whatever you're dealing with.
Not alone, obviously. We need more people. And my allies are probably going to be doing something else tomorrow.
Yeah, this. I hold up the rune, pull it out of my bag. I wasn't wearing it. This,
see.
or whatever that is.
No clue. Varry has
Fucking
weird voodoo
cult.
stuff that I don't understand.
I'm not joining a fucking cult right now.
I don't know if... I mean, technically every religion is technically a cult, and if...
I'm not joining a cult right now, anyway.
Anywho, no, fucking, listen. Go and find, I don't know, Sarah, the council, whoever, right now, and explain to them, come here. Come talk to Uryte. We need to deal with something bad. And also to get as many people away from the apiaries as possible, because that is a heavy, dangerous spot. We need to... If we're going to send people there, we need to kill it. No, this cannot wait until
I
the
have
morning.
to do everything in this fucking...
Because you were the only one that I thought logically could help while everyone else was busy. And thank God you knew that spell!
I'm just lazy.
I couldn't tell. But then again, who isn't nowadays?
God, I don't have enough firepower to deal with some stupid giant insect.
Yeah, I know, neither do I really. I'm kind of running on fumes to an extent. And also, every time I cast my magic, I get weaker. So, not a great time.
By the way, someone mentioned you've got some sort of way to reduce the magic in the poison in someone, and they used it on one of the others.
Dispel magic is what I used while in this plane.
Yeah, that makes sense. I don't
Yeah.
know dispel magic though. That's unfortunate.
Yeah, but also I got pretty lucky that I feel like I honestly feel like whenever I did it, I got very lucky that the magic took hold. It's so weird. This thing is weird. Anywho, please go and get help, or at least send people to here right now, ASAP. So the biggest problem can be dealt with.
Christ, everyone's gonna be asleep already.
Yeah, I know, but yeah, Sarah's easy enough to get. What's
I don't
her
even
name?
remember who's supposed to be in that stupid cult dreamscape. Fuck me.
Wait, they're doing a weird dream thing? Yeah, fuck.
Oh yeah, they're doing a weird dream thing. I also
thought they were
thought you
just
were supposed to be
talking.
involved. They put a fucking one of these on you.
Oh, the entire time you look down, you see like the carved circle around the portal. I was trying to kick up dust. Didn't work. Thought the planes were a little bit closer and I could interfere. Could not interfere.
No, you need to almost like move an entire mountain before anything in the ethereal plane will change.
Fuck.
Unless it's already like shifting through it.
Would have been nice to remember that, but it's been years. Anywho, yeah.
Hey, Urian.
Yeah.
Hero string.
Strength.
Yeah.
Just straight strength.
Just straight string.
I don't like it.
I know.
However,
You get pulled back 10 feet.
The fuck's going on
Towards
here?
your body.
Oh, I get. Are you going back to bed?
I don't know what's going
you
on.
Unpossessing?
I don't even know what the fuck's going on here. Fuck. Okay, just in case I am out of it for a while. Giant Queen Wasp deals magic when she stings you. Very curious at first, but very aggressive as well. Only one for now. Could be more. Building nest, possibly.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, crap.
Anything else?
I'm not sure. My mind is all sorts of kind of foggy right now. Fun time. Having one issue compound with another issue.
Oh, right, you're the one that the snake girl mentioned has amnesia.
It's not fun. Right. Just get them here. Just warn them as soon as possible. If I'm still here, then great. I'll see them when they get here. If not, fuck.
Uh-huh. Yep. Okay.
Because I could tell at least one person. It's gonna start pacing back and forth.
I'm gonna go through the thing.
You slowly get dragged. Every time you walk a little bit closer to your body, it becomes harder to. Let me untint Fiora. It becomes harder to walk away from your body until you're kind of stuck next to it.
Great.
And should be great. Would be great if you just took a nap.
Friggin' move over me. I'm sleeping at the foot of the bed.
You get in the bed.
I
Yeah.
go to the foot
You
of the bed.
just phase back into your body. Goodbye, ethereal Uryte. There in the night.
Should I bring her in? Do you feel prepared?
Hang on, let me go over everything that I wanted to ask.
What we need to prepare for.
Yeah, let's just have a conversation, man.
Time is limited.
Alright. Squidge just kind of sits down. And after a moment, a woman lands in a chair.
Grandma.
Beep beep. She's not a grandma.
I was picturing her as like a grandma.
She's like... She kind of looks around, very confused.
Do not be concerned.
Too late. That's all I gotta say. Too late.
No, there's you're meant to be here. It's all good. Welcome to what were we calling this? Our little communal area. A boundary between consciousness, a limbo between life and death. If I am not mistaken, this should all feel very familiar to you.
No, not really. I haven't been between life and death before.
I was speaking of the ethereal plane. I'm pretty sure we're in the ethereal. Are we in the ethereal, Squidge?
No.
Well, it's something close to that. Anyway, hello. My name is Varry, acolyte of Squidge, devotee to all things restful. I am very pleased to be at your service. I have gathered everyone here today because there are some very important things that we need to discuss. I'm sure probably... What's the last thing you remember?
Vaguely, I remember, well, actually, not vaguely. I was watching myself from, like, a top-down point of view in a bed in the medical tent. I kind of wandered around, and then I was sucked back into my body, and I have no recollection since.
And
That
now
was
you find
after
yourself here.
I was in the apiaries, and I got attacked by a giant wasp.
Big wasp, like Varys just gonna kind of like measure out with her hands,
How
like
large
say like
particularly?
this big, and
Like
she's
30
got
feet tall.
ooh,
30 might be an
Little
overestimate.
side eyes at
honestly.
the others. That would definitely explain a lot of things.
Varys gonna
You've
point over to
been
Howlite.
unconscious for quite a bit longer than anyone else amongst the afflicted. We were hoping that you would have more information on the scenario.
What scenario? Are you talking the wasps?
Yes.
I mean, what is there to tell?
Well,
Pardon? What you just said was a
that's
huge
exactly the
revelation.
problem, isn't it?
There's a big wasp in the ethereal plane.
How did it come to be? How did it get here?
I don't know. I was alerted to somebody being stung by a small wasp, went to investigate, checked the ethereal plane because we couldn't find anything, was attacked by a giant wasp.
Well, from what we've come to understand, phase wasps haven't been kicking around for
Is that what they're called?
however long. Yes, I believe so. We've determined that, right?
What I was saying was that we got an answer that is satisfactory. A large wasp, as we're putting it right now, is not something we were currently aware of. No one was.
Yeah, because we've been through the ethereal, and we didn't see any giant wasps. Only swarms of much smaller ones.
Oh yeah, the swarms are nasty.
Pardon, but how long were you aware of these swarms before getting stung yourself?
2 days?
In that time, did anyone else fall ill?
We had a couple people get a couple stings. They, one of them, what's his name? Gerald? Bashed some guy over the head with a mead bottle.
Mm-hmm. We've seen the same thing. It makes people go berserk.
It does.
And since then, Asus, correct me if I'm wrong here, but I believe there was an order given to close off all tears to the ethereal, and for everyone to stay far away from any that may open up.
It was a suggestion. It's kind of hard to always be aware of exactly where an ethereal tear is.
Yeah, that's what happened to me. I stumbled straight into one, in fact.
But yeah, we've been recommending not to go anywhere near them if you can help it.
It's come to our attention that someone may be attempting to magically harvest the essence of spirituality that is prominent here. All of those who have been stung have been found to be containing some sort of a serum in which a magical spell is lemmed. Upon being activated, all of the nearby, as they have been named thus far, phase wasps, swarm to the singular point. We don't know what purpose they do this for, but we have theories.
It's extremely worrying, what we've seen so far with the phase wasps. They seem to be altered for this specific purpose.
Yeah?
Yeah. So, aka, somebody out there really does not like you siphoning magic from the ethereal and is trying to get back at you.
An incredibly
From what I
We
presume.
siphon
Some
magic from the ethereal.
by
Some of
being
us use the ethereal nature of their magic.
never mind.
Well, that is precisely the issue. We can't identify a motive. We do not know what motivation someone would have to do all of this. So we wanted to come to you to ask you specifically if you have any enemies that you might be able to tell us a little bit about. Because right now, you, although you are able to talk with us here, this is only your sleeping mind that we're communicating with. You are still indisposed back in the material.
Oh, I know.
Also, how are you feeling?
Awful.
I would not want to talk to you for too long if it's going to exhaust you too terribly much. Would you prefer to lie down? We can get that organized. I can get something figured out.
I don't think laying down would fix this.
Okay.
This kind of tiredness comes from... I don't think I'm long for any world at this point.
Not necessarily. From what I understand it, they're working on trying to figure out a potential cure. I didn't really hear much about it. I just know that troll's blood was mentioned. And if something's going to do it, from what I really understand, troll's blood is probably going to help. Also, highlight over here, hand on shoulder, pat pat. has discovered that the afflicted blood that once a person is stung or otherwise bit could be, if worse comes to worse, surgically removed.
So, like, bloodletting?
Unfortunately,
Well, if you wanted to put it that way, she's a blood hunter, so that's kind of her forte.
the situation is this. Your blood is infected with a sort of pollutant, which is draining you of magic. The longer it stays there, the worse your condition is going to get.
Yeah, so that's kind of the two thought avenues for a cure right now, either transfusion or just removing the bad blood physically in its entirety.
Well, I hope that works.
To get you caught up with everything, us three, and Alexandria too, over there. Oh, that's Celsus. Don't need to worry about him. He's friendly.
No.
Celsus.
To the
kind of just side eyes Varry at
to the
that
right of me
comment.
right here is Howlite. Up there on the rock, that's Squidge, my patron deity. You do not need to worry about security because he has got that all covered. We are safe to openly discuss whatever we wish. That being said, I think determining exactly a perpetrator to all of this chaos would be a good thing to do, because we could go out, we could go back, we could deal with a giant wasp, we could fight off monsters, we could kill things. That's all fine. That's all covered. The problem is, if we become preoccupied with fighting a big monster, whoever led it here or created this monster in the first place is probably going to take the opportunity to make their move. So, whatever we can ascertain to get some contingencies in place to make sure that that doesn't go well for them, I'd be right happy if we're able to, figure something out, determine some things.
There you go.
So let's get theory crafting.
Varry, hold on a moment. Let me speak openly, please, without interruption. The Etherbound has been functioning for how long?
At least we have records dating back 300 years, at least.
All right.
I could probably find more.
In the early eras of the Etherbound's existence, those records might be helpful, but for the time being, does the name Aletha mean anything to you?
To me, no.
All right.
I know it's mentioned in trade logs from long ago. Probably some of the earliest records my mother insisted I study.
The theory has been supposed that if there is a warlock at the head of this, some sort of mal-informed wizard, that they theoretically could be from around those times. An ancient individual with a very dark grudge. We've seen evidence of a similar type of grudge being held in the town of Lemstead, and the goings on here line up quite alarmingly. This is, of course, just a theory, not a certainty, but one that I believe is important to be discussed.
I wouldn't know of anyone who has that kind of, grudge against us. We have been a peaceful people for as long as I can remember, with very few hostile spats. The only one within recent years of my understanding is the Sisterhood in the mire. There was a small spat, maybe just before I was born 50 years ago. Maybe 45.
From your knowledge, this Sisterhood does not possess any...
We trade with them openly.
Right.
We do not hold ill will.
No particularly powerful magi who would see the ethereal plane as an asset to control.
I'm sure one or two have come through, but nobody has outwardly made a move on us.
All right.
Well, that doesn't bode well. Jeez. Hello. Okay, let's get this out of the way. Ex-sisterhood here. Hello. Yep, that's me. I escaped from them, like, 2 years-ish ago now at this point. I wasn't super paying attention to any of the politics and the relations between them and other communities of the area. But you said there was a spat between the Aetherbound and the Sisterhood, what, like 50 years ago?
Somewhere between 50 years and when I was born, yes.
Ooh, yeah, you see, they don't really let go of grudges that easily.
Well, I don't see why they would suddenly start doing this now.
Invading from the ethereal plane definitely seems like a move that they would make to try to drive you away.
They may, but we would still have rifts and sewn holes at our other locations. We could just migrate to the winter home.
And then they'd attack that, push you out of your winter home. Next would come the spring home. They'd attack that, push you out as well.
But they haven't attacked yet, from my understanding.
We don't know for certain. You can assume that they haven't, but it's not a safe assumption.
There was one thing. One little detail. That I swear, if this is them, it would actually make a lot of sense. When I was in the ethereal, I have, in the past, been stung before. And I still have a little bit of residual of that tonic, whatever it is, the poison, in my system. It seems to carry with it a lingering connection to the bees, to the wasps and everything. When I was in the ethereal, a certain word seemed to rile them up when I spoke it coincidentally. I'll see if you can guess it. It's an M word. Of course, don't say it out loud, but the word that would describe, yes, what you are to Asus over here.
Uh-huh.
Which
it links them to the queen.
Links them to the queen and potentially the sisterhood.
Being perfectly honest, I don't think it's related to the sisterhood.
What makes you say that?
Celsus.
From what I've heard, I don't believe they have the power to resurrect a dead species. And if they did, it would probably be a snake.
Celsus.
Not a wasp.
That is a very short-sighted perspective.
Sure.
Yeah, Celsus, you're going based off of what you've read in books, and you have an ex-member in front of you saying that it's a potential risk.
Hold on.
Are you really going to believe the books
Both of you,
over someone who's
please.
actually experienced what it's like to be one? I'm sorry, what is it?
I think being analytical here is more important. Celsus does raise a valid point, however, completely dismissing the involvement of the sisterhood, I do believe is stupid. To put it bluntly.
Howlite's right. Let's look at what's in front of us right now.
It does seem like something that they would try to attack during a season that they...
There are many
You said
very
they're
easy
weaker this season,
conclusions
yes?
to draw. For example, an ally that has come out of nowhere, offering help. For example, the wizard we know, who is currently lost there, may have had something they wanted. There are many potential threads that could lead to this being the right answer, which is why we must consider it.
So then, will you not dismiss my concerns, Celsus?
I wasn't dismissing them. I was saying that you were saying it like that was the most likely scenario.
Well, that's how I view it, until I see evidence that it could be the Alethans or someone else.
I view it as someone who has gone mad with power. The Sisterhood and the Elethans both fit that bill.
Right. Let's look at what's in front of us, because ultimately, be it one crazy motherfucker or another, at the end of the day, if it's them just lashing out wildly because they're crazed, then we should be able to come to the same sort of plans that we would either way. I believe that your advisor council were looking for a group of people to go out and see if they can hunt down a troll, correct?
Yeah.
Let's focus on getting you back up on your feet first. How's that sound?
Honestly, I don't know what to do.
We can attempt to deal with the queen that you have identified for us. See if that leads to any answers, although it might be more dangerous than it's worth.
If I can put my, 2 cents in here as former leader.
Go ahead.
I feel like trying to take this on head on could work, but may not be the best course of action. I worry that it puts the entire village at risk.
Yes, it most likely would not be a safe option.
Everyone who's been stung before is primed to just go berserk again, to just sit up from their confines. And at that point, that's practically half the town. Trying
I
to
feel like
carefully
you should just move to the Wintertown. It's a little early, but there's not much left in the town as it is.
How would we be able to move everybody?
I'm surprised. I suggested that earlier, but most were against it.
I didn't think it was a good idea.
Do you think it's feasible to move that? To move everybody?
We do it every year.
You do it every year, right? But
it's feasible.
A lot of people are sick. There's still an entire medical tent filled with the bedridden.
Then you move slowly, I guess. Yeah, you move slowly. We've done it with plenty of sick before. We had a flu run rampant through the town shortly before Aces was born. We lost a good dozen people to it, but we were able to still make the move on time.
So that's it? You're just going to admit
Unless
defeat, give up your ground, flee to another holding out area? Or should we try to pursue a cure? Excuse me.
I've been unconscious for, weeks now at this point? I don't know what has happened.
Here, perhaps this would help. Cat, exposition. We get Vega caught up with everything and the going downs.
Okay.
I know that's a lot, but I think advice is really what we're after right now, and just being brought up with everything that's happened. Since you went unconscious, I think now you've got a much better idea of the picture. Sorry again if this is a lot. If you're getting too exhausted, just let me know. We could pick this up sometime else. I do not wish to hold you here against your will.
You are not holding me here against my will. It's nice hearing other voices and seeing you, even if you are a bit hazy.
Var's gonna point at Howlite. No, she's just always like that.
I do apologize in advance, Vega. If we are unable to converse in the future, I would very much like to speak with you on better terms that aren't so rife with suffering.
Oh my god, you are such a fucking bummer, dude. This is not rife with suffering. This is rife with hope, because we are going to figure this thing out. We're going to get a cure.
On the contrary,
and you are actually going to be able to reunite with everyone back in the land of the living.
You are rife with hope, Varry. The situation is rife with suffering.
Okay, that I can't argue against. I guess you've kind of had to watch a lot of your friends and family and community all succumb to the same sort of affliction. To that, I give my deepest condolences.
I mean, I didn't have to watch it. My daughter did.
Hello. Varry, you said your name was. I know one thing from all of this in my time unconscious. I have no magic. So, when that wasp hit me, it sapped something from me. So, whether that was some sort of soul inherent thing or my life essence, we will only have time to tell, but I'm not hopeful in that situation. I don't think you understand. It ate my something from me, consumed it, used it to make more wasps. It's building something in the apiaries. That's all I know. But I also know that if you keep the town here, they won't be safe. From my understanding, they've already taken a lot. It's 3-4 days travel north. It's a small set of hills that we've dug homes into with stores and stables and, cellars. It would be shelter. It's far away. Well, most people have small wooden homes. The tents are just the shops. And the medical tent. Aces would look between you and Vega. I think my mom's right. I think we need to move. I didn't want to. I feel like that's my youth talking, though.
To move is not to accept defeat.
It's not. But it does let that thing do things while we're gone. Well, I'm glad you gave me at least one more conversation. And I hope that you are successful with whatever you choose to do. She gives a very, slow inclination of, her head. Like a very subtle bow.
If you would like to take some time to speak with your daughter, we can give you a little bit of breathing room.
I would like that a lot. Thank you. I'm gonna have these two get up and have a little chat. Which would end in just a very nice hug.